Okay, this is the new show now. All right, we're just gonna,
All right.
we're gonna like leech cloud of these more popular people. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. Just like we're going to be leeching this
super
gunk.
popular.
You know, leech this gunk with this effect that you have created, right, Andrea?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I worked on this. I did not create it in any capacity or any sense of the word.
Hey, I read on your website that you created the sucking effect.
I did. Every time you stuck up anything there, you're seeing my work. And every time you take a footstep, you see my work. Because I did all the footstep effects as well.
You know what's amazing? I've always wanted to walk in your shoes, and now I am. That's incredible.
I didn't know you were so interested in her.
Well, you know, if you want to walk in my shoes, Tom, I've got some spare estrogen in the closet here.
Oh, it was more the heels I was talking about, but I'll take some of that.
Yep, can't turn back now. It's the only way you're
So,
getting out of this.
I didn't actually play much of Gunk. I love the Steam World dig, guys. I mean, they've just announced the Steam World Town Builder one or something.
Yeah, Steam World Build. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was really cool. Are you involved in that? Or?
No, I watched the team who was working on that.
Watched them.
Well, not literally. They were in a different office from us, but we got to see the progress as they were making it, and I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be a really good game. I was working on another steampunk game, not steampunk, SteamWorld game before I left Thunderful, which was SteamWorld Headhunter.
Ooh.
Or Headhunters, I'm not sure which one they decided.
I didn't know they made that as well. I thought, wait, Thunderful did make Lonely Mountains, right?
No, Thunderful published Lonely Mountains.
It's good that we're having this interview, so I can finally learn about who.
I need to clarify some things here. Then Thunderful is a big group. Thunderful is, you think of them as like Embracer, right? They buy a bunch of companies and they control a bunch of different things.
I don't know what an Embracer is, but I guess they embrace companies.
Yes.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
But Thunderful has Thunderful Development, they have Thunderful Publishing, they have Thunderful Investment, they have Thunderful something else. Yeah, they have a bunch of different arms, right? So Thunderful Publishing, they do things like Planet of Lana, they do Lonely Mountains Downhill, other kind of stuff. Thunderful Development have made games like The Gunk, Lost in Random, SteamWorld Build, and they announced SteamWorld Headhunter like a year ago.
I was gonna say I don't remember Headhunter, but I think there were rumors of, is it a first-person shooter?
I think I can say one sentence about this without breaking my NDA. And that is that it is a what is it? A co-op multiplayer shooter with a head-popping twist. There we go. That's all I'm allowed to say. So.
I wonder if it's some kind of game where you're a hitman who has to collect bounties.
I think we should ask as many questions around this and gauge her reaction.
And I will just say no comment.
Let's just see what. Yeah, but you might say no comment with a certain inflection, like no comment. Like, and then
I don't even work for Thunderful anymore. This is a terrible idea.
Wow, Tom, I can't believe you're doing this. That's just how unprofessional.
You said it was an interview before I even knew. So how's this my fault?
Well, you can't. You just said it's just an NDA. Come on, you gotta respect NDA.
Yeah, I suppose.
Tom,
I can talk a lot more about Valheim than I can talk about fucking SteamWorld Headhunters. So.
The first rule of the NDA is that you don't talk about the NDA, okay?
I remember hearing that in a movie once.
Yeah, that is the famous movie called The NDA, right?
Yeah, something like that. They were sort of like basketball adjacent. They were sort of dunking paperwork into bins.
Lauren, you're having a really hard time with this dripper.
Well, I didn't die from it. What do you mean?
No, well, I'm just saying you seem to be stuck on this obstacle for a long time.
I'm Okay, wow, thanks.
So now you're getting scrutinized, Florian.
Wow, well, I didn't take you for such a backseat gamer, damn.
Well,
I was just worried about your NDA, but all right.
That's fair. I don't know. I don't want. I want to know that you're not getting. You're not just bad because you're distracted. I want to know if you're actually bad.
Oh, I'm quite bad, but you just gotta give it a little time, okay? Like, I was wondering, am I gonna suck this up? Like, this is the first one of these I've seen. Jeez, let me look at it, okay? You probably made that effect. You probably worked hard on that effect. So I can't believe you expected me to just.
I
rush
actually
through it.
did not work on that effect at all.
So. I'll die from it then.
Okay, so just because I am curious, because I'm like a bit of a smooth brain when it comes to development. I only know Florian, and he's only ever made one game as far as I'm concerned. And that's just
I am the worst developer. I don't get anything done.
No, exactly. So like I noticed you made some like really cool shaders. You did one that was sort of like similar to The Wolf Among Us, which is like one of my favorite Telltale games. Like
that was the inspiration for that, yeah.
I read it. I mean, I absolutely love that game, and I hear they're making the sequel. But so like how like why did you do that? Was that just to see if you could? Like, no, I know, but because when you think of like people in the sort of game art space, you just think, okay, yeah, they can make some like really cool models. I saw you made like a cool like a arcade cabinet where it was a bit gory and like there was something
back when I was a 3D artist.
Yeah. Oh well. So like.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's how I remember you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
You made that one hat in Team Fortress.
I made I think 11 hats for Team Fortress 2.
Whoa.
What's your favorite?
Of the hats?
Yeah.
I think you made one that got implemented right in the game.
No, I made 11 that got implemented into the game.
Whoa.
I made a lot more than 11 total.
Yeah, that game is like 90% community stuff now.
Yeah.
Wait, how many do they implement all the time?
Nowadays, maybe 12 a year.
Oh wow! So you used up an entire year worth of hats.
Well, like 8 of those were in one update, right?
Yeah. They had a big community update. I remember.
Yeah, big robot themed update.
Well, that's so. Full disclosure.
I never even got to answer your question about the shader.
Yeah. Go on. So what sort of what makes you sit down and think, oh, I'm gonna be the shader. I'm gonna do a shader.
Let her
today.
answer.
Well, I mean, for me, that's the kind of art that I just enjoy doing, right? Like, it's the same way. Why does anyone want to sit down and make a painting? Because they enjoy doing it generally, right? And in a lot of cases, to, practice my art, get better at it, just see if I can do it.
Is it more art or is it more programming?
That's kind of the thing. Well, first off, I think that programming can be an art in and of itself. And I should hope that you agree with me here, Florian. But
I mean, I guess, but like normally the divide is between.
The thing I like about
and
tech art and shader work and VFX art is that it is in this like perfect intersection between art and programming, and I get to do both a lot, which is really fun.
See. Yeah, it's actually nice to speak to a developer that actually cares about his craft. See, Florian just sort of...
her craft, yes.
Sorry.
Wow, Tom, already the third dismissed gender.
Sorry. No, I know. I should say. My wife is she's non-binary, but she likes the pronouns she and they, and I'm still getting used to it, even though it's been... How long have you been? Like 9 months now.
He's just oppressing her 24/7.
Sorry, right, anyway, okay,
with
so...
saltlessness.
I've completely lost track because I'm embarrassed by my sort of terrible...
It's okay, I forgive you.
Oh, thank you.
You're trying.
Oh, so, good, you've got one more chance of avoiding misgender from now on.
So... if people probably
if you do it 3 more times, you get a misgender bingo.
Oh, sweet! I thought you were going to tap me through a mirror like Bloody Mary, but no, that's much better. I like that.
I mean, that might be part of it.
So, yes, back in the day, me and Florian used to play Team Fortress 2 and Left 4 Dead basically exclusively, and I made a lot of friends back then. And how did we meet Hideous? Was this like when you did a community post?
Okay,
so Hideous was your Steam tag.
Yes, that was my old username. I changed that when it came out because it didn't really feel appropriate anymore. But the thing I remember, and I'm gonna be honest here, Tom, I had forgotten who you were, which is why I removed you from Facebook.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But with Florian, Florian added me on Steam after he saw my avatar, after we were playing in a server together, because I had the Gish face.
Oh, wow! I completely forgot about that. That's an interesting story.
Yeah, I remember that because you were like,
well, right?
"Oh yeah, so I work with Edmund on this game."
Wait, was that before Isaac?
It was probably after the initial release, because that game's fucking old now, isn't it?
But then again, I didn't really work on games with Edmund after that, so it must have been before.
Maybe.
Yeah, I remember, because it was so long ago, I sort of remember meeting you, Florian, and then probably a year into our friendship, that's when we actually started meeting a lot of other people together that you kind of introduced me to. Like, I remember people like Arsini, and Andrea, and things like, there was a few other developers. I thought you just knew them through your work though, Florian, because we were speaking about you the other night, and I assumed you worked with Florian on something, but apparently I was just completely wrong.
No. We've talked a lot about like Flash development, I remember, because I used to do ActionScript 3 games when I was younger.
Oh wow, ActionScript 3, that's the one I got away. I never really got into that one.
Yeah, that's the one you fucking hated, I remember that, because you were a staunch AS2 enthusiast. And I was like, that's stupid.
Yeah,
Florian's
it's so
wrong.
stupid.
Very stubborn.
It's like an illiteracy enthusiast. It's amazing. Or some kind of visual coding enthusiast, even worse, right?
Yeah, you never branched out that much through coding, did you, Florian? I remember.
You don't use visual programming, do you, in your shaders?
No. I use
thank God.
Well, don't diss visual programming like that. That's how I got into shaders.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to put up with me and my hot takes occasionally.
Ooh, well, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm an anti-hot takes kind of gal. So. We're gonna be at odds there. But like, the thing for me is visual programming. I think is a really great way to teach people the concepts of stuff without also having to teach them the syntax of stuff at the same time. And I think it's a really good stepping stone for that reason. So I don't think it's something to be dissed. I don't think you have to learn both at the same time.
See, here's my background in programming. I hate it vehemently. That's basically it. Like because I sort of like knew Florian for a while, and basically when I got into college, me and Florian were still in touch, but I think that's when we kind of lost touch because I became a Nomi. Hi, how are you? But what happened was I still wanted to do like games. I think I wanted to do games design or something because I still wasn't really sure what I did. So I did games development in college. This is like college, not what Americans call university, I guess. But so I did games development for like a year, and it was just playing around in Flash. It was doing art. And I realised I hate any kind of development because I'm bad at it and I have no patience. And I've never looked back, and I don't regret not.
What do you do now?
I'm an IT. I'm a manager. Well, funnily enough, actually, I'm a manager of people who program in SQL, C#, and yeah, like front end, but nothing.
Don't you hate having a non-programming boss?
Yeah, I know. I'm the boss who knows nothing about programming. Yeah, I manage a team of like 30 programmers. It's crazy.
You know what? I would much rather have a boss that doesn't know how to program but knows how to be a boss than a programmer who is the boss and doesn't know how to be a boss.
Yeah,
I actually find that very offensive of you to say.
No, it's true, because I always think back of one of my favorite managers.
Personally attacked by that statement.
No, it's true. It's genuinely one of my favorite managers I ever had. I still remember her. She knew nothing about computers, but she was an absolutely amazing boss. She was very, very good at her job, and yeah, that's kind of where I didn't even think I'd get this job, because I said in the interview, I was like, I know nothing about like programming in SQL or C# or anything like that, and they said no, you just need to understand. You need to understand it on a basic level, but you don't actually need to do the work. And I said, oh, thank goodness. And yeah, it's great. But yeah, no, that's really cool.
It's a pretty common issue in game development studios that people get promoted to being managers from production, and without going through any sort of management courses or anything, right? Which is a problem with a capital P.
Cool. So I love all the work you've done. I think I've basically played most of the things that I saw on your sort of website and your blog, except for I never played the VR Doctor Who game.
Yeah, I was super happy with that though. Like, can you imagine getting to work on a licensed Doctor?
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah, when I saw that, I genuinely was like, holy shit. Like, it'd been so long since we spoke, and I was sort of like, wow, I was so proud that you'd like kept. No, I genuinely was. Like, I'm not kidding. I was genuinely like.
I just thought that proud was a very funny choice of words.
Is that game any good for someone who doesn't understand anything about Doctor Who?
I mean, it's VR, so.
Oh, I guess that would be.
I mean, the point of it is to be sort of think of it as a roller coaster ride themed on Doctor Who, right? Like the point is, it's the Doctor, it's the TARDIS, it's the Dalek, and all that. So if you haven't seen any Doctor Who, you probably shouldn't watch it or play it.
Yeah.
They did a non-VR version of that, which I haven't played myself. But it still has my models in it. I have no idea if I'm in the credits for it. I
was gonna say, you'd like to think you get double credit, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I got to do some incredible stuff for that. I got to see. So I modeled all the like hero props in that game. I made the TARDIS. I made the sonic screwdriver. I made the Dalek.
Cool.
Among a bunch of other things, but that also meant that I got access to a bunch of reference photos and pictures and blueprints from the BBC Media Archives.
So for a normie, like when you say you worked on the screwdriver, like, is it like a fancy screwdriver?
It's a little sci-fi gadget that the Doctor holds in their hand.
Seriously,
no, I've not.
Yeah, but you've watched like the entire back catalogue of Billy Bob Thornton films. Like, you've got more time than anyone that I've ever met, and you've never watched a single.
Those are true art, okay?
Yeah, I'm sure they are, but so's Doctor Who. Like, there's 40 years worth of content to catch up on. Get to it, boy. Like, that is. I can't believe you
I think you might be a bit biased on that one. I'm not gonna like engage into your British national treasure there, okay? your crown jewels.
The only thing I was gonna say is I have I got blueprints of the TARDIS. The TARDIS is like modeled to the exact centimeter of the height and everything. It's so good. I love doing that.
Wow.
Yeah, I really want to. Yeah, I remember seeing it on the like Oculus and store and stuff. But I'm not. I like Doctor Who, but sort of at a distance. Kind of like when you sort of go back for family meals at Christmas time. Like, I want to speak to that person, but not face to face, sort of in a crowd. That kind of thing. Like that's my relationship with Doctor Who.
I liked. I didn't like the Stephen Moffat stuff that much. He kind of ruined a lot of it.
Who's he? Producer?
No, showrunner for ever since he was showrunner from.
Are you allowed
11th, 12th to 13th to.
Are you allowed to say such things?
I mean, like David. I mean, everyone knows David Tennant was
everyone
like
loves
great.
David Tennant. Yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
I liked the start of the Matt Smith run a lot.
Yeah.
First season, great. Then it started going terribly. Peter Capaldi is probably one of my favorites, just because the energy he brings to that role. I also think that Jodie Whittaker did a really good job with what she was given, but the scripts in those seasons were not good.
Yeah, I knew.
She's the doctor that was in The Edge of Time.
Oh wow, yeah, I feel like that would probably be a good starting point to watch that show. You know.
I would imagine that the upcoming seasons are going to be interesting because they've gone back to the first showrunner that did the show when they started in 2005.
You mean the actor who played the doctor?
No, the showrunner.
Oh, okay.
The showrunner, yeah.
I honestly, like, I went back and watched it because my dad's super into it, and I never really sat down, but I was sort of experiencing a bit of a sci-fi renaissance with like reading. I was reading a lot of sci-fi, and then I thought, you know what, I need to watch Doctor Who, and you know what, it is such a good show. Even watching it now,
it's so camp, but I love it.
Yeah, it is, but it is really good, and just like episode, I don't know, 2 or 3, like I was just so like locked in because it's just good. Like it's honestly timeless. Yeah, you should watch it, Florian. Like watch the new stuff, like the reboot. I don't go too far back, I guess.
Yeah, am I super stuck right here? Jesus. I guess my brain is breaking apart and all this Britishness flowing into me.
Oh, I'm attacking you with like crumpets, like left and right now.
Yeah,
I would help you, but the stream is ahead of me, so I can't really.
Well, I've not moved very far from this place.
Yeah, you're kind of walking around in circles.
Yeah, you need a life bomb.
I don't see a life pool.
No, no. If you go, fuck. I can't save where you need to go because the stream is not caught up. Ah.
Oh no! Oh no! I almost fell off.
Can you do a local Discord stream of the game so I can see more real time?
Oh, that sounds
Make sure to click on the live button because you might be delayed further than usual.
Oh yeah, you know what? I am. There we go.
Oh yeah, well that might do it.
I didn't realize.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this isn't Twitch. You could get like way further back than you'd think.
I didn't know that was a button, Florian.
What?
Thank you. No, seriously, I've been doing this with you for a little while. I didn't know that was a button.
Now I'm live. Let's see here.
Yeah, well, I've left the area kinda, so whatever.
Well, go back to it because it's important. It's a linear game. It's not open world.
I mean, I have like planted a tree there. I don't know.
Okay,
where am I now?
What do you enjoy? What do you enjoy playing then, game wise? Are you still a gamer?
Yes, I got into video game development because I like playing games, and I'm not gonna stop. You know.
That's a bold stand.
Well, it's important to me. I think if my work takes up so much time that I don't have time to play games, then I'm doing it wrong.
Okay, so who would you like to work with the most?
Do you want me to answer your previous question first, or are we just gonna skip that?
I don't remember it, but yeah,
go on. It
was which games
really
I play.
Oh yeah, which games you play? Sorry.
You really need to work on this whole interviewing thing.
Yeah,
I wasn't prepared.
I feel like I should get a word in more often too. But go ahead with the games.
Okay.
I've been spending a lot of time recently playing on roleplay servers in Red Dead Redemption, which I find incredibly engaging. It's like doing a LARP, but online and lasting way longer. You get this like living world of people playing characters. It's so good. It's fantastic.
Is it sexual roleplay where you tie each other up and
no
with the lasso? No.
No, of course not. No. Wow. In fact, sexual roleplay is explicitly banned from the server.
Wow, good to know.
They had to really spell that out because they just knew people were gonna go there with. I've played Red Dead 2, never played online though. I think I have it, I guess, but I just never interested. Okay, the second question, the other question now.
If there's any developer I would want to work with.
Yeah, develop. Yeah, well, individual, because I guess so many developers now, they always have a person there that they like to say, oh, this person's working on the game.
Man, so. I mean, there's a lot of, honestly, the way I feel about it right now is there's a lot of people I miss that worked at Thunderful when I was there that I would want to go back to work with. Other than that, I'm not really an auteur theory kind of person, you know, like there's IPs I want to work with, there's games I would want to make, but not so much people that I want to work with.
Well, I guess you're just the most powerful part of any team then.
Well, I am a tech artist.
I guess you are the actual auteur.
Probably not.
Or saboteur, if...
No, but I mean, that's the thing for me is I think you have a lot of game studios and games that release that they go like, oh yeah, this is this guy's game.
Yes, like, exactly.
Like, I don't know, Warren Spector, the guy who gets pointed out as like the creator of Deus Ex.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. And it's just like, yeah, I mean, he might have been like the director, but games are made by everyone who works on it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Are you saying that I actually made a part of that game and I worked on it?
Oh, really?
Wow, that's crazy. I thought Edmund did all of it.
Yeah, you know, I think you might have been one of the people who made Binding of Isaac. It seems like it's likely.
Yeah, it's true. I definitely saw your face. But you know, it could have been an AI as well. That's the future.
I mean, AI only started existing like this year, basically.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and I could be talking to one right now.
Oh, who could it be? Who is the AI among us?
Definitely you. No, 100%.
Very sus.
Yeah, very
wow.
sus.
I can't believe that you've
correctly
identified me.
Oh, nice.
The joke?
No, the jump.
No, the jump.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I was so surprised when the Gunk got announced. Is it like actually the same people that worked on SteamWorld?
Yeah.
Really?
It's that group that started it. Yeah, it's more people than that, but they are the ones
imagine,
who got started on the whole concept.
Yeah, it was such a strange left turn, but...
There's a big blob on the previous
Oh, there it is, yeah. I never really quite get the range.
Behind you. You just have to clean up all the gunk.
I feel like it takes just slightly too long to be satisfying to suck it up. I hope there's an upgrade. Sorry.
No, I didn't work on any of the game design. I worked on this game for 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Well, it is the sucking mechanic that I'm talking about.
Yeah, I worked on the effect for the sucking.
Ah.
So when you say the effect, like the weird, how it sort of like morphs and drips into your gun,
just stand on a platform and just suck into the air.
Yeah.
And I can point it out. Okay, so if you.
Okay.
Yeah, so all the like little swirlies and the distortions in the air and the dust that comes into your glove and like the little ball there, that's all me.
Oh, but what about the goop that goes into you? Or should I say the gunk?
The gunk itself was an amazing graphics programmer at Thunderful called Jarl.
Damn, if only you could have made this crucial game mechanic that's so important.
Yeah, if only I had 2 years to work on this game, like he. Because that is a new rendering feature added to Unreal that renders these ray-marched globs in the game.
It's pretty cool. Like, yeah, I mean, the game, like, yeah, it's important that it has a cool effect, and it is pretty good.
The rendering of that is actually insane in both how good it looks and how well it performs, considering what it's doing.
mysterious deer. I wonder what will happen. Well, I guess the game seems fairly pro nature, so I guess there's definitely no hunting going to happen.
There's barely any combat to begin with.
Oh yeah, there's some beetles. I'm not sure if you can actually kill them, or if you just have to remove the gunk around them.
I think you can kill them. You get a laser beam.
Oh, well, I haven't got that yet.
But even without that, you can suck them up and stick them on your glove and throw them away.
Oh, right, well, that is my least favorite way of killing things, is by throwing them off a ledge, even though I guess technically it's probably...
You can throw them into things and kill them too.
It's probably pretty brutal, but, you know, I feel like, I guess punching them or shooting them seems preferable usually.
Okay, so I thought of another question.
Aha.
Aha.
We're getting good at this.
I'm rolling with the punches. Right, Shit, I can't remember the question. Right, no.
Maybe we should talk about Valheim eventually.
Well, no, we will. We totally will.
No, it'd be a lot funnier if you never asked a single Valheim question.
Yeah, I'll just admit it. No, are you allowed to tell us what you're working on now?
Yes, absolutely.
Should think so.
Well, I mean, you say
Never
that,
know.
but in a lot of studios, I would not be allowed to talk about.
Yeah.
But we were pretty open with development at Valheim.
Well, I assume that, I guess that usually applies to people who don't have like 10 games already published, you know? Like,
I think it depends on where you work. You're in a different situation as like your own. You run your own company, Florian?
Yeah, but you have probably a lot of leverage, like with your resume, right?
Not as much as you'd think necessarily, but we've got a pretty flat hierarchy at Iron Gate, right? So.
So you're still working on Valheim? I wasn't sure. I didn't know what was recent.
Yeah.
What was?
No, I'm working on Valheim. Valheim is in early access still.
It is.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize that.
Yeah. So it's still moving forward. We released in December. We released the Mistlands update.
Oh.
Which is one of the biomes that weren't in the game on launch. So the game launched, the game, you can play it for like 80 hours without running out of content as it is before the Mistlands update came out. And then Mistlands update added another biome that was missing. The next big biome update we're doing is Ashlands. And then we're gonna do eventually the Deep North, and don't quote me on this, but I think there might be an ocean update planned in there somewhere.
Okay, that's a quote. Thank you.
Wow, all this exclusive content.
That was it, exclusive. I said to Florian, before you came out, I was like, let's get a scoop. Let's absolutely get a scoop.
Yeah, we're really big fans of Valheim for sure. So
yeah, Florian definitely loves Valheim.
Very appreciated. You know, I'm glad I at least didn't write a negative review of it, okay?
I played it for 30 minutes with Florian and then gave up because I don't like...
you were there too? Oh,
yeah, I just don't like that genre of games. I've never liked it. It's definitely not... No, I don't like them. I've never liked them. Except I'm addicted to this game on my phone right now. Vampire Survivors, which isn't really the same.
Not
it's very
even remotely.
Different.
That's
like,
an entirely different game. The only
it's
thing...
got Survivor in the title, so I assumed it's...
Yeah, you know what? I feel like it's actually kind of bad that games like Minecraft have achieved the Survivor title when I feel like they're not really that much about it.
I mean...
Minecraft became more of a survival game after the initial launch because they added hunger.
Yeah. Oh, did they? I don't remember.
Yes, they did. But all they do each other. Not
oh, they respawn, so you really can't kill them.
Now, the one thing that I would never say about Valheim was it is an incredible art style. Like,
I
genuinely.
know, it's so beautiful.
Wait, you wouldn't say about it?
No, whatever I mean, but positive. That's what I mean, because it is beautiful. It's I've never seen anything like it. It's sort of like how. Oh shit! No, I don't think it's even comparable to anything really, because it's just.
The way I describe the art style of that game, from having analyzed it when I joined to try and like replicate the style.
You're not the person who came up with the art style then?
No, it's almost like I wasn't working there 2.5 years ago when it first came out. No, the way I would describe the art style is like how we remember games from the 90s looking, and not how they actually look.
Yeah.
So you keep a lot of those elements like pixelation and stuff. So you have all the modern rendering features like depth of field and bloom.
Yeah, I think that's what did it for me. The sort of depth of field and the bloom effects, because I was sort of when I was playing it, I was thinking, it's so strange how it's got these sort of modern camera things, but then yeah, it just looks the way it does. But I wouldn't say there's a lot, but there's definitely in the horror space a lot of that PlayStation style. The Panoptic's the one I remember the most. That game's just weird in it, how it looks, and
the PlayStation aesthetic works really well for horror because of it's already kind of unsettling and janky, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, by the way, if you don't,
that's how I would describe it.
if you didn't like Valheim on launch, we are releasing an update that adds like difficulty options, so you can tweak how the game works and reduce the survival aspect if that's what you don't like about it.
Is there was there ever a point where that animation where you stand perfectly still and swing the pickaxe directly above you, like, was that ever updated? Because I feel like that would probably improve it a lot for me.
You know, you have a problem with the animations?
Yeah, that specific one for sure.
That's so very specific. Wait,
why that animation?
I feel like it's so stiff when it happens.
That's the hot take you've got on that game. Like that's weird.
You want to know the secret? They didn't have an animator when they released the game.
Yeah, see, that's exactly the kind of stuff that would really annoy me, you know. So are you saying that there is a high chance that they've improved that animation since?
Maybe not that specific one, but they have improved a lot of animations because we do have a fantastic animator on the team now.
Wow.
Well, I mean, if you do, then he's 100% improved that animation.
Oh,
I
she.
No, it's
wow,
he.
thanks, Tom.
No, I'm just saying I do it all the time.
Yeah, it's so likely that this is a woman.
Let me introduce you to the fantastic gender-neutral pronoun of they.
Yes, they. That's Valheim, beautiful looking game, but not for me.
Hey, actually, you know what? I'm sorry, but I will not apologize for correctly generating this person. Wait, no.
No, this is a very, very strange discussion that is not necessary in any way.
No,
I'm sorry.
It's okay. The Gunk, on the other hand, I think the only reason I stopped playing with it was because it I at the time I didn't have any money, so I didn't continue in my Game Pass. That was like literally the only reason.
Yeah, I think it's a good Game Pass game. Like it's a good fit for that because it's pretty short.
I really wanted to play it, but then I think it was an Epic Store, and I died. So I've only played it now.
You died?
You died because the game was on the Epic Store.
That's how it usually goes, yes.
Yeah, you're not a big fan, are you?
It's very dramatic to me when that happens, okay?
So if a game is on other stores, but it's also on the Epic Store.
It's specifically the Epic Store.
Right, but this is on Steam.
Well, it is now. I don't think it was before, right?
It wasn't an Epic exclusive.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
I'm pretty sure it was launched on Steam.
No, it wasn't. You're right. It was a Microsoft Store exclusive.
Oh, yes. Well, okay, never mind then. I guess that is the one store that's worse than Epic.
It is, to be fair. It is pretty... I mean, at least the Game Pass app's actually decent now. It's actually good. It wasn't at the time, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I guess it's really high value. I guess just like the Epic Store, we get all the free games, but like it's still... I still would rather not.
I think there's gonna be waterfalls in the level you're in, maybe?
Ooh, and they're by you.
Yeah. That's probably my favorite thing that I worked on for the game.
Oh, cool.
God, I made this awesome like automated waterfall tool where like you put out a waterfall and you like wherever you drop it, it will automatically generate like foam particles where it intersects the level, which I loved doing. And then they used the waterfall in one place.
Oh no!
Yeah.
That's really cool.
What a betrayal. Oh, I have to scan. I might have forgotten to use the scan feature for a while. I wonder if I missed anything.
Nothing important, probably.
Is that how you gain like sort of XP and stuff? I'm trying to remember.
I think you unlock certain things. Oh,
yeah.
I guess I got an upgrade from scanning that.
You hear stories like that though. What you just said about this like way you've done the waterfall. Like you'll hear, I don't know. I think it was it like Halo 2 where the guy just worked for like 2 straight years on how to get like this amazing water simulation to work, and it's like you only really notice it if you're sort of really looking at it, but then 90% of gamers don't even appreciate how amazing it is. Like you know, but like, does that annoy you because they only used it in one part of the game, or did you learn a lot during that time? I guess
I learned a lot because I didn't have that much Unreal Engine experience when I worked on the Gunk. So I learned a lot about how to use their particle systems, like Niagara, how that works, which was a lot of fun. I made a really cool tool that the designers could use to easily pop out a finished waterfall with all the effects it needs, and it was used once. Ah!
Yeah.
So are you very envious of the guy who made the fish AI that became a meme in that Call of Duty game?
You know what? That was probably just Boyd's.
Yeah, probably. Well, they mentioned in the trailer, so they must.
And they did the like fish actually move out the way, and then someone put it against a gameplay clip of Mario 64.
Like, yeah, welcome to Boyd Simulations, invented in 1964 or something like that.
I haven't played the latest Call of Duty. I kind of like them games.
I haven't played a Call of Duty since Call of Duty World War II.
Yeah, I just I like linear games, and this is why I don't like games where I have to be creative or survival games, because they're too open. I like linear games where I'm told what to do. It's terrible, but it's...
That's fair.
Yeah, it's like...
I like multiplayer games.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, I don't, yeah.
Okay, for my hot take...
Okay.
Oh no. I feel like creative games such as Minecraft are like for people who don't already get creativity in their work.
Oh, like they're not fulfilled or something.
I mean, they don't get to make games or whatever. Like they.
Yeah, you think in people who work in do like hard labor or work in offices where they move numbers around or whatever.
I mean,
is that what you thought?
I mean, I feel like it's like a game dev kit that's got like that's like super basic, but it doesn't really like. I mean, like people can make their own fun, you know. But like, if you're working in game dev and you like, you always think, oh, I gotta make the fun in this game. Like, I feel like I don't want to play one of those those games where I also have to do that usually.
I would agree with you if you narrow the definition a little bit. I would say that the game, not that the games are for people who don't get to do creative things, but I would say that game dev games aren't for game devs because we already do that at work. Why would we want to keep doing that?
Well, yeah, I guess it was unfair of me to include that insult about those people being uncreative. Maybe a little.
What, like...
Oh, do I have to actually use the fast travel?
What? So, yeah. Florian, just help me clarify. So, like Minecraft, yeah, there is a development sort of, like, element to it. Developer element, because, like, haven't people done, like, crazy computer systems and stuff? Like, that kind of thing?
I feel like that's a different thing, but yeah.
Oh, but because what I was thinking, Florian, is like you like Astroneer, which isn't that far away from Minecraft.
I was gonna mention that's like the only exception to that rule. But I guess it's not about being creative as much as about just like the sheer satisfaction of using that terrain tool.
Yeah, the terrain tool is pretty cool. It's pretty.
Have you played Astroneer?
Yes, I have.
Like, one of my main things was like, man, Astroneer is really cool, but I wish they would add some kind of evil goop that you have to suck up. That would really make the game. And I was so disappointed that they didn't. I don't know if you've played like the final game, the finale of Astroneer, but I felt like the ending cutscene was so underwhelming.
No, I've barely gotten to the second planet. So.
Well, I guess they made it so that you need to drill to the core of each planet, and you have to get a specific element that you'd be better off just looking up on the wiki, which it is, and then it gives you a MacGuffin. And when you find all the MacGuffins, then it plays a cutscene of you eating a burrito, and the game ends. It blew my mind. Like, I'm not joking.
I love that, actually.
It's like, wow, he was eating burritos all this time, this little Astroneer, whenever you're in the habitat.
Oh, what? So you're actually gathering, like, ingredients, then, from each planet, in a way?
No!
Oh!
No, I guess it's just like, now he's finally got time to stop playing and to eat a burrito. And, well, he does travel to another universe, but then you don't get to play in that universe, so I guess it's probably a sequel hook. Which is too bad, because I would have preferred being able to...
So I need someone to help me because, you know, I hear the word MacGuffin thrown around, but I don't actually know what it means.
Oh, it's just like a really weird specific key item that makes the plot happen.
Yeah, basically. Like in Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Ark is the MacGuffin.
Oh yeah, I guess it is, but it's also like, the Deus Ex Machina.
It's like it's the one thing that's there to service only the plot and nothing else. I guess, maybe.
It's the plot item generally, yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess it's also like the ring in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's a pretty good MacGuffin.
Okay, so it's
the one to rule them all.
Oh, God, I haven't watched Lord of the Rings in so long. I didn't like the TV show. Did you guys watch that?
Yeah, I liked it.
I actually did think it was pretty nice. I liked. The only thing I didn't like was the weird like Mordor reveal. That was so out of place. But
the Sauron reveal.
No, the Mordor reveal. Because the rest of the show is pretty high quality. I like the camera work and all that stuff.
Okay.
And then when the Mordor stuff happens, where they trigger a thing that causes Mount Doom to explode and cover Mordor in smoke and stuff. Yeah, when all that happens, they do an establishing shot of the area, and in the top left of the screen, the text Mordor appears. Be like,
I didn't notice that.
Mordor.
Wow.
I love how you said that. I'm not gonna lie.
I love how that was such a crucial part of this experience.
It's because I'm Swedish and I can roll my R's.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How seductive.
Please.
Uh-oh.
What was I going to say? So, Florian, like normally I haven't been watching a lot of TV and movies, but I've started watching a few things. So I'm in season 5 of Better Call Saul, which I know is a bit old now, but you'll be happy to know I'm finally finishing that.
Not that old.
Yeah, I think it may have come
last
out
year.
Yeah.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Love that show, and I can't wait to watch more of it. It's so good. It is incredible.
I love in the ending when Saul finally says, "You better."
Uh-oh. Spoiler, who knows?
No.
He turns around and says, "It's Goodman time," like that kind of thing.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I do. No, I really love that show, and I sort of watch it, and every time I watch it, there's a part of me that goes, "Oh, I need to watch Breaking Bad again." I watched all of Breaking Bad. I love that thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think
Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I think it is. I think the lore stuff is just more interesting. I think it's just like it sort of invites a lot of a kookier cast of characters.
I mean, I do enjoy it more, but I feel like Breaking Bad was like more interesting creatively.
I'm not kidding. Like Saul Goodman, he and Jimmy, they are he's infinitely interesting to me. I don't know if he does this purposely in his performance. Oh shit, what's he called?
Bob something.
Odenkirk. Yeah. I don't know if he does this deliberately in his performance, but you can never trust anything he says, even when he's being genuine, because I don't know if it's because he's a very good actor or if he's not quite good enough to pull off like
he's a great actor, really.
Yeah, like
I think
he is. I think he is absolutely incredible, but like there's just something about his performance where you don't believe it, and I think that's just because Jimmy McGill, you can't trust anything he says, like ever, and I just think that makes him like fascinating. And the season 5 at the moment, where you're following his girlfriend. I watched this show. I love the show.
Wife.
His wife. Yeah, the actress's name is Rhea Seehorn, and her character's name escapes me right now. Kim
Wexler.
Yes, Kim Wexler. Yeah, like learning more about her now, and in this season she is kind of going up there with how fascinating and interesting she is, because she's another one where she has kind of like Breaking Bad, where she has the world at her feet but just wants to self-sabotage it, and it's sort of like, but why is she doing that? But why does she reject Jimmy but then just can't stay away from him? I think it's just amazing. It's like best TV I've ever watched.
Yeah.
It is really good.
You're really into that whole dynamic. Wow.
I am. Yeah, it's I don't know. I've just never watched anything. I haven't watched a TV show in a while where it's just like it's nothing but the characters interest me, and it's not even the plot or the story. It's just the characters themselves where I'm just like I can't stop watching, thinking about.
Can I bring up the best TV show that I've seen in years?
Go on.
Wait, I feel like I should guess.
Can we guess? Should we guess?
But now my brain also feels empty of all good TV shows.
You can guess if you want to.
Well, okay, so another incredible TV show that I absolutely love was Severance.
That's the one!
Whoa!
That show.
It's amazing.
It's incredible, isn't it?
So good.
It is
season
incredible.
2 coming?
When season 2 is coming?
Yeah.
I have no
I'm
idea.
not sure,
In the future.
Yeah, I think I heard it's this year. I think I heard that.
It should be any moment now, yeah.
Oh,
Chef's
so
fucking
good,
kiss
isn't
on
it?
that show. It's amazing.
It is incredible, isn't it? It is. That the ending as well. Oh, it's so good. It's the thing is with that show, like while you're watching it, you think, in a way, you sort of figure it out, but you still find it interesting to unfold. Like, for instance, I had the feeling that the people, the inside, they call them stuff.
The
in
innies,
shows.
yeah.
Innies, that's it. I had a feeling that.
Spoilers for Severance coming up again.
Oh right, yeah. I had a feeling that the innies, their personality was somewhat built off the outies, and it seeps through, and like, but watching that actually unfold as the show goes on, like how that one guy builds up that sort of romantic relationship with the other guy, and then when he gets out, you know, it's sort of, you're watching it unfold again, and it's just sort of, it's just an incredible show, to be honest. Yeah.
Amazing. And I really love the that character in particular. And thank you for saying that guy, making me forget his name, by the way.
Yeah, I've watched all the names now.
We're terrible. Yeah, really.
It's fantastic, but I really love his arc in particular, where he wakes up when his Audi is like painting and sees all these paintings.
Yes. Yeah. That painting. Yeah.
And I love when he like gets in the car to go to where this other guy lives.
Yes.
And just like, okay, I've never driven a car before. And then he sort of goes on muscle memory of what his Audi would do.
Yeah, you're right. That did happen. Yeah.
Oh jeez, and then the gut punch of what he sees, right?
Yeah. No, I know it is really good, but then the twist is incredible with his wife. Like, I'm so interested to see how that pans out in the second season, and then of course the ultimate twist at the end, knowing what she went in there willingly as a participant. God.
And then getting to do that on the stage, just being like, I'm not her.
Yeah.
God. And the late stage capitalism shit that's created throughout the entire season is so good.
I love how she fights herself in that show. It's so good. But that makes you think, if the theory of the conscious and subconscious of that show, it makes you think that she knowingly, her innie basically hates herself. Like, her outie hates herself as much as the innie hates herself for doing what she's done. Yeah, it's just... God.
Well, for a different reason.
Not the read I got on it, but yeah.
I mean, she definitely hates herself to the point that she would rather die than not engage in this slavery, you know?
Yeah, the innie absolutely is...
No, I mean, the outie is also okay with dying as long as... Like, she knows that the innie would commit suicide. Like, if she doesn't...
Yeah, that's my point. Like, she... Yeah, I think it's literally the two parts of her personality just fighting each other, and it's...
Could be. My read on that was more that she knew that she wouldn't do it again.
I mean, like, that's actually ridiculous, considering that, like, her specific goal was to die. She hated her existence so much that she just wanted it to end, but she didn't want to take the outie with her, right? But I mean, I guess she probably did bank on.
Well, she did it in the elevator to show the outie that she could, that she had control and that she could do something.
But like, the end goal would be that she leaves the job, which would kill her.
That's fair. I mean, and I can understand that, because they are trapped in an everlasting hell landscape of office work.
Yeah. So what's...
Well, I personally feel like it can't be that bad. As someone who's never done it before.
Florian,
I was gonna say,
I have to ask, if you went to work and your work was meaninglessly pushing buttons occasionally, and then when you were done with work, you would walk out the elevator only to walk back into work again and have to keep doing that 24/7 from your perspective.
But you feel refreshed.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No,
he says the guy says in the main character, when he comes down, he's like, I like to focus on the refreshing effects of sleep, whereas his character doesn't. His outie doesn't actually get any sleep.
Yeah, that. Oh God. See, that's the thing. You're taking me back to when I first started watching that show, where I sort of like naively just thought, yeah, this is such a good idea, but then sort of watching it and realizing, but that's because I just didn't really unpack the sort of concept deeply. But then watching it on screen, I was sort of like slowly horrified at the thought of it, thinking, God, yeah, they literally never get out of work. Like,
and those people are like corporate property, which is incredibly fucked up.
Well, and they would die if they did get out. Like,
and they die over and over again as it is, as with the other guy, where they wipe his memory.
Yeah, because what's this season gonna be now? Like, the innies and outies they're basically fighting for survival.
Yeah.
Hey, just for a second, like, is there a way I can return to the start? Because
you have to use one of your fast travel stations.
So there's no way of doing it. I'm trying to get back to the second one.
To be clear, I've barely played this game.
Because I stupidly decided to explore rather than to go back to the second one.
You should have gone back to the second one.
Yeah, clearly. I just saw, there's just some loot. There was loot, but it didn't...
You can still go through this part linearly to get to where you were the last time.
if I knew how to do that.
the levels are, I agree, a little confusingly laid out, especially with all the greenery. It makes it hard to see the levels properly.
I mean, I feel like it would be really useful to have a homeward bone. Oh well.
So
there's Dark Souls.
Well, it does have the Dark Souls ladders that you kick down.
How are they Dark Souls? Oh, because you can kick them down. That makes it Dark Souls.
Yep.
I think they did that in Assassin's Creed, like 1. I feel like, maybe.
Hardly matters, you can climb walls in that one.
That's true.
Like this one,
I was gonna say though, we've been on here for about an hour, and
yes, you need to go. Yeah.
Do tonight. Is there anything you'd like to ask me before I disappear?
Oh God.
So what is your favorite thing that you worked on?
My favorite. Oh damn! I don't know if I have a favorite.
oh, you do. You just don't want to offend anyone.
No. It's not that, right? Like I like everything that I worked on, but there's also nothing's ever perfect, and there's still like dark shadows cast over every project in one way or another, right?
That's to be expected.
Yeah, that's just game development in a nutshell. But I don't know. I'm not sure that I have an absolute favorite thing. I think I really liked working on SeaWorld Headhunter, the game that isn't out yet or has anything showing for it, because it's what brought me from 3D art to tech art.
Right.
Wow.
It's where I got to actually, and especially VFX, because I got to sit down for 8 hours a day working on VFX and tech art, and that, like, before then I was just a 3D artist. I knew some VFX stuff, but that's what really took me to where I am today. And so in that way, I think that might be my favorite.
Good answer. Well, there you go.
Guess I should check out that game at some point. Or is that
when
the one
it
that's not out
eventually
yet?
comes out? Yeah.
When it gets released or anything at all gets revealed about it, we'll find out.
I know I'll play it. I play anything by those guys. Like I've literally liked every game.
Yeah, SteamWorld's a good series.
Yeah, Heist, 1 and 2, Gilgamesh or something, whatever.
The Quest, you mean?
Something like that, yeah.
Hand of Gilgamesh, yeah.
That was it, yeah.
How many of those are
Gilgamesh,
there?
sorry.
Gilgamesh, that's it, yeah. What is Gilgamesh?
Gilgamesh is what Gilgamesh is doing a pun on. Gilgamesh was Babylonian or Mesopotamian ruler of some kind. I can't remember.
I thought it was something from Don't Feed Them After Midnight Gremlins. I genuinely thought it was something from that.
Wow.
Such a good grasp on history.
Definitely. You've never heard of the Epic of Gilgamesh?
Oh no, I'm severely uneducated.
Alright, well there's your homework.
Okay, I'm writing down notes. Remember Gilgamesh.
No, the Epic of Gilgamesh. God damn it.
You should really watch more history stuff. It's quite fascinating, you know. There's lots of really cool YouTube channels that cover it.
Yeah. I'll do that in between changing my daughter's nappy. Yeah, I'll really do that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, further your education so you can help her be more educated, right?
No, I wanted to work in a sweatshop exclusively for my...
right, preparing her for the post-apocalyptic wasteland. I understand that.
Yeah, getting no education for her at all.
Yeah. I've anyway, goodbye, and thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you. It was nice hanging out with y'all. I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Yes, but thanks very much for joining.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Nice. Oh, goodbye.
Wait, should we stop the stream? I don't
know.
Yeah,
we'll stop the stream.
I guess I am very stuck. There's a lot of loot here, so I guess I must not have been here at least recently.
Yeah.
Could this be progress?
We'll find out next time when we do not progress any further in this game.
Yeah, I probably will play it in my free time. It seems like it might make it onto my top 10 list next year. I made my top 10 list this year. Well, last year, I guess, technically. And
when do you release your top 10 video?
Well, probably soon, because I just finished writing it, so I'll just have to read it.
I always look forward to them. You have good ones.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, alright everyone, subscribe for more. Goodbye.